Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for a very special Johnnie Walker matchup. We will see which one truly has the tread to go around the world here, folks. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., here to judge who is the man who walked around the world, Johnnie Walker, for Johnnie Walker supremacy. Phil K.O.E. at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, K.O.E. Nation on TikTok, K.O.E. Nation on Twitch, and I am joined this evening by my indomitable broadcast partners, the one, the only,
your Big Bucket Emperor, your revolutionary wrestling podcast, reigning, defending, undisputed champion. Check me out over on YouTube and Facebook, Big Bucket Empire, for weekly live shows and all kinds of other stuff. Anyway, moving on.
The non-Kappa friendly, the blend master, the fucking mixy man of Minute Maid mayonnaise. Tony fucking G.
I like it.
Share, subscribe. I didn't.
Yeah, I was like, take it easy there, Joe.
I had something better for mix, and it escaped me. So.
It didn't quite land, but I've got something. God,
he nailed that one.
I've got something to make up for it. Chicken, you were during your birthday this year in transit, indisposed, unavailable, inavailable, even. We were kind of joking that we could even load up a bottle into a cannon and fire it in your general direction, and it probably still might not get you.
Probably not.
So we here at this belated date are also giving you this bottle right here of Johnnie Walker Celebratory Blend. Now, what makes this Johnnie Walker special, Chicken, is that this is used only from distilleries that are still operational when the original John Walker was blending Scotch whiskeys.
Nice.
And so this is an actual blend that one of the original customers of John Walker could have actually gotten. So that's what makes this one particularly interesting to me, is it's almost an interesting piece of history, and also it's got a slightly higher proof on it.
This is 51% ABV, 102 proof, but look at the box.
Yeah, very handsome presentation.
It's got 5 sides to this thing. Like, this folds up gorgeously. It stands out. It's clear. It's white. And I mean,
That's a gorgeous box.
Yeah, I love this. This presents so nicely. 200th anniversary exclusive release. If you don't mind, just as John Walker opened the doors to the eponymous grocery store 200 years ago, you are invited to open his celebratory Scotch whiskey to reveal the only existing image of where the story of the Johnnie Walker brand began.
Hang on, T. Hey, it's like cracking my neck in the morning.
Man, A+ pop. A lot may have changed since those early days, but not the entrepreneurial spirit at the heart of Johnnie Walker. Johnnie Walker & Son Celebratory Blend is inspired by one of these breakthrough moments, the release of Old Highland whiskey from the 1860s that took our whiskey from Scotland to the 4 corners of the world. With more whiskey being sold overseas, the iconic design of the square bottle and uniquely slanted label was both distinct and helped the name stand out against other whiskeys. Johnnie Walker & Son Celebratory Blend honors the past, whilst being an invitation to raise a glass to the next 200 years. And this is actually kind of funny on the back. DrinkIQ.com has the serving facts. Serving size 1.5 full ounce. Serving size per container 17. 51 ABV, 102 proof. Full ounces of alcohol 0.6. 125 calories and 0 grams of carbs, fats, and proteins.
Thank you so much.
That's hilarious to me. I love that.
Now, for you folks at home, you saw which whiskey was which, but Tony was a bit preoccupied. So if you weren't paying attention,
no, I wasn't.
We will just let you be under the mystery for just a minute or two.
Okay, I like it.
So,
now,
whiskey A is one whiskey, whiskey B is another whiskey. I'm going to see, really the only thing I'm wanting to tell is, does the proof show up, I guess?
Yeah, this being an 80 proof versus 102, that's a pretty distinct jump. Are we starting with A?
Yep.
Going to A.
Interesting.
Johnnie. I mean, I would know this is Johnnie Walker regardless, but it's not. It's just like a fragrant And then it kind of, actually, I'm getting a little bit of a,
Are you on A or B?
I'm on A. There's a sweetness there. It's like a
Come to
syrupy
B.
sweetness. Less Johnnie Walker flavor, more.
Robust in the nose. There's going to be some heat there.
It's not floral per se, maybe earthy.
I was about to say, it's a very robust nose.
Yeah, it's different. I was.
It's like greenery, like green leaf lettuces.
Yeah.
Like dandelion, like
Yeah.
lemongrass almost.
Flora.
Not
Flora and
lemony
fauna,
though.
yeah.
Like it's lemongrass without the lemon. Like there's
Now,
a little
I can-
spice, like a little pepper.
I
Like
know
light
this
pepper.
is Johnnie Walker, so I can tell it's there, but if I didn't know this was Johnnie Walker, I wouldn't guess Johnnie Walker.
Well, let's take up glass A, give it a taste.
Okay. It's got the Johnnie Walker flavor, but actually more of a chard,
Yeah, I get a little peat.
a little bit. But there's a chard and then like a. It's not a cinnamon, but it's a season, and it's a sweet season.
Yep, okay. Well, let's take up whiskey B before I have you guess which one's which.
I'm gonna.
Yes. Yeah, whiskey B is an interesting animal on the nose.
Yeah, very earthy.
Wow.
Okay. Huh.
Wow.
Okay.
That starts off with no peat at all and
Nah.
very sweet on the front, but it gets there. It gets there.
I barely even noticed the peat because there's a.
I got no peat. It gets sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, and then sweet spice.
Yeah. I don't even
Hold
really.
it in there and just chew it.
Yeah.
And like it gets sweeter and sweeter, spicy.
Okay.
spicy
This is almost
sweet,
Johnnie
sweet,
Walker
spicy,
adjacent to me.
That's,
Okay.
That's a fun little ride. It's not
Now,
super complex, but it's a fun ride.
Yeah.
Now,
that's-
Tony, which one do you think's which?
Oh, the B has got to be the celebratory. It's a higher proof.
Yep.
I can just tell that on the first.
But-
Actually, at first I thought this was going to be, but
You're right. Like it's Johnnie Walker higher proof really does come
that
through.
stands out. Like the actual flavors really come through with the higher proof. They should. Why? I understand why, but come on. You
Come
have a better
on.
product. I'll pay another couple bucks if you just bump it up a couple percent. Like this is really good.
Wow. So the celebratory blend, chicken. Happy birthday! Enjoy. I know you will have that as a
This is
little.
interesting as hell.
I actually really like this.
I figured
that's
this would
really
be
nice.
right up your alley because I was like, okay,
there's
if
the-
there is
There it is.
any bet that there was peated distilleries that were open during
Yeah.
John Walker's original day. Now, what's fascinating, a lot of people don't know this. John Walker himself was actually a Puritan that didn't drink. But he blended his own whiskey and he had all these customers that kept coming in, so he had this constant feedback loop. And so he'd say, okay, they didn't like as much of that, let me adjust the blend there and that. And so he just always was able to find what his customers wanted. And so the fact that these are all distilleries that are still in operation today, that John Walker was utilizing for his blends, that's actually, like, to me, it's kind of like sipping history.
Right.
No, that's interesting.
What I love about this one is like this is a very unique experience I've never had with another Scotch, whiskey, bourbon, anything.
Definitely not a blended.
I always chew. I call it chewing because it's like the moving your mouth as if you're chewing, because it helps kind of like spread it out between your tongue, the bottom of your tongue, top of your tongue. You get it on your cheeks. You get it all over the place. I want to feel everything and get every
Cocky
flavor I can.
flavor.
So I always chew when I'm drinking. This is one of those weird ones. When I was chewing, it just kept intensifying, and not in like a crazy like, oh, it's just getting alcoholic and you're gonna feel really weird way. It was just like it was like the fruit just went up to like a level 2, then a level 4, then a level 6, and it just kept going up. And so did the spice. The spice was like a 1, then a 2, then a 3, and it was just following with the fruit, and you just it just emboldened the flavor.
That intensifies.
And the aftertaste,
wow.
very unique aftertaste on here.
Yeah.
Like right now, I feel like I just sucked on like those dried fruits.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I just ate and like the after flavor when
Your
you
mouth
kinda,
is dry, but there's a dampness on your palate.
Yeah, and it's just that flavor of like dried candied fruit.
Okay, this is a very specific memory. But okay, my grandma, she had a lot of family in Taos, New Mexico, and so one year she brought back a chili vine. Just a big old rope full of chilies that were all dried, and she just hung it in the corner of her kitchen because it gives the whole kitchen kind of a pleasant smell. And you know me, I'm a little kid, like, God, I couldn't have been more than 6. I see big bright thing that looks like you can eat it. So I pull one down. And I bite it. And Shaken, you know how you're talking about that dry in your mouth?
Yeah.
I was kind of having a weird deja vu to that moment.
Your
It's
palate
like,
probably evaporated that day.
yeah, I was like, what happened? Oh my God. Like, I remember, I don't think I was happy about
I can
that.
imagine
But no,
that
so that was one of those, like, just bright memories. So, like, I don't know how else to describe it. So that's where I'm coming with Johnnie Walker Celebratory Blend is a very, very specific memory of a mouth drying experience.
Now,
Anyway, so I assume we're eliminating one.
yeah, which is the victor between these two?
Well, I pick my bottle, obviously.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
at 102 proof. Like that surprised the hell out of me.
To
I did
me-
not expect that to be that in depth.
Like to me, so we is this gonna air after the other one?
Yeah.
So to me, we've already seen this with Glenfiddich 21. And like I was like, well, I can't say anything bad about Glenfiddich 21. But I didn't say a lot of great things about Glenfiddich 21. In comparison, I was like, this one shocked me. This one surprised me. Not only for a Johnnie
your
Walker,
blend.
but as just as a blended Scotch in general.
It's the same as it's B.
I already have.
Oh, okay.
Phil's getting Tony drunk tonight.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's
Well, no, I thought he had nothing in B for a blend,
No,
so I was
no,
like,
no.
we need to know. The blend master
Oh, and
must
yes,
blend.
I got my blend ready to go
mine's
too.
been sitting.
Well,
Yeah,
but
okay.
yes, I'm leaning heavy here.
I am too.
I talked about the
I'm surprised.
peat that you get in that isn't the peat that I like. I like the
Right.
smoke. I don't like the swamp, and that I still get that with 21. I just
It's funny.
It
there.
is aged 21 years in an oak barrel after it's been peated,
It is
so
funny to me because
you're probably going to get that,
It's
unfortunately.
weird how Johnnie Walker's able to take like that Lagavulin type peat, that swamp peat, like you're talking about. And
well, which Lagavulin you talking about?
I've only had one. and
Lagavulin 8, not like this.
No, I was thinking.
8's more smoky.
I was
It's
thinking
not
the-
as
I
swampy.
think it's the 16 I had, if I remember right. It's over the top.
Lagavulin 8's amazing. I love it.
I would probably disagree. This one, it has just the right amount of peat for me. And it's not, you're right, it's not the smoky peat. It is that swampy peat. But it's the right volume, and it's like the other,
Oh, it's subtle.
it's like an avocado. There's a
It's
fucking
subtle,
center
so
to it
yeah.
that you got to get to, and you got to go through all the other stuff to get to it. But I don't know. There's something about this one that's really nice. And I'm surprised. I really expected this one to come out the victor here, but I got to go with that one as well.
God, you know how much I love XR21. Great bottle,
Hey.
and I actually like this better than Blue Label,
Yeah, it is. It's tenfold better.
which is why it's kind of confusing for me to say that I'm going to agree with you guys.
Yeah.
That the Celebratory Blend is, if you find a bottle of this, fucking pick it up.
Yeah, that's
it's
beautiful.
worth, like, if you like Scotch at all,
And you like a high proof. Good luck finding
this
a
is
different one.
pretty much going to be one you need to try. So yeah, Johnnie Walker, feel free to just keep pumping this out for the next few years.
Honey nose.
But yeah, I've been hanging on to this
Hey.
bottle for a good while for just this occasion.
So going on to the blend fixes the peat. It makes the peat taste like good peat.
I can't believe how much honey there is on the nose.
I know. That comes through with the peat. Right down the center of your tongue, you get this tang.
Yeah. There it is.
And it takes
Yep.
that peat to where you can stand it.
Yep.
And
That
it's
does.
almost like a refreshing after
That-
burn.
that does
like,
make-
Peanut butter.
Yeah, that's
Like
wow.
if they made peanut butter out of peat.
That just happened.
Yep, Tony just gave up on the whole.
Oh, that beat! No.
Yeah, I guess. So enjoy this final episode of the KOE Nation, folks.
This is the
believe that just
peanut
happened.
butter episode.
Wow.
That happened, T.
Congrats on
Yeah.
that.
No, I
I
hate.
feel good about myself.
Like, I
yes.
don't hate the Pete on 21, but this did change
It
the
does.
Pete. And whether it masks the swampiness of it, I don't know what it does.
I don't know.
but
That does. That's interesting.
Uh,
It's a clash of styles from the same distillery.
B plus. I think
I would agree. B plus. It's a clash between something coming from the same place, but they're two vastly different things,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both blended. So I mean, don't let the 21 year fool you. This is still a blended.
And I
style.
tell you what, like, I don't
I'm
know
gonna-
this is Johnnie Walker.
B plus is my.
Yeah.
I don't know this
Blend.
is Johnnie Walker if I blend these two. Each one individually, I can tell is Johnnie Walker. But
Yeah.
you put them together, I don't know if this is
I
Johnnie
find it
Walker.
fascinating that even XR21, chick is like, that's Johnnie Walker.
Yeah.
Like, you have had some Johnnie Walker in your day.
I have. I've had a bad day on Johnnie
There's
Walker.
a reason why out of all these whiskeys, I think this is the only bottle of Johnnie Walker
That
that's
it
going to
will
there.
be the only one.
And one he'll actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Because to me, like, I'll be honest, I kind of started wrong on Johnnie Walker. I started on, like, the greens, the blues, the golds, the 18s, because I'd buy those little value packs. And it was great, because, like, all right, I'll try a gold, and then I'd give them to, like, the others to my buddies for Christmas or something like that. And then another one's like, yeah, I'll try this 18. And so that was how I kind of, which is kind of spoiling yourself. But most people start with, like, red and black.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I started with red.
Yeah.
ouch. So this is a considerable step up. And like I said, history in a glass. This is a blend that the first customers of John Walker could have potentially
That's
had.
Very interesting. 102 proof. Love that. That's
Oh,
gorgeous.
yeah. Yeah. I like how more distilleries, even in, especially in the UK, are now trying to court the American customer that's been spoiled by bourbon,
Not
by
at all.
like
About time.
by all these high proof amazing whiskeys, and now folks in the UK are now kind of coming up to what the market's
Come on,
asking
everybody
for.
across the pond. You've been putting the proof number on your box and your bottle for how many fucking years? It's time to use it.
Kick that number up.
Come on, them's rookie numbers. You got to up that shit.
Motherfucker spitting.
Yeah.
So,
America.
folks, as I'm known to say around here, and I'm going to say it in miles, feet, and pounds. All that being said, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us for a couple of Yanks enjoying some great Johnnie Walker whiskey, folks. From all you folks over at Scotland, all of our Scottish fans, thank you. God bless. I hope every last one of you makes it back here happy, healthy, much the wiser. Raise a glass to yourselves right after you subscribe to KOE Nation on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Folks, God bless. Tony, Chicken, take it away.
As always, folks, another great matchup. This was fun. Appreciate y'all. Love you.
Tony?
Yeet.
Okay. That happened.
Smooths itself out.
Get back. Tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you. Raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost. We gotta take it down. let you down slow. It's hard to survive.
Nice.
El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.
We ready, boys?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Welcome, one and... Welcome one and all. Okay, I don't know. Welcome one and all to the K.O.E. Nation for a...